Welcome back to Inclusive Design 24, 2023, everyone. Brought to you in partnership with our Platinum supporters, Google and Intopia, and our Gold supporters, Barrier Break and Tetralogical. You can follow us on Mastodon, and if you have questions for the presenters, post them using the ID24 hashtag, or post them on the YouTube chat for our Q&A at the end of the session. Just wanted to remind everybody that Inclusive Design 24 is a respectful community and that you can find our code of contact on the Inclusive Design 24 website. Now I'm happy to be joined by my guest host, Christian.
Yeah, hello from Germany.
Christian, over to you.
Good morning or good evening, wherever you are. I have the honor to introduce our next speaker, which is Emmanuelle Aboif. Emmanuelle lives in France and she's deaf. And yeah, Emmanuelle, the stage is yours.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. I'm happy to hear you this talk, how to make some tutorial available to everyone. Like everywhere else, I watch a lot of videos. Some are subtitled, others are not. When they are, it's often subtitled anyhow. That's the whole of this talk. I will give you some tips to better subtitle your video. Before we begin, I provide you with my written transcript of my talk. Because I'm deaf and French, I have an accent to my deafness. I'm not sure that the automatic subtitle will follow me. So there are also some video without sound. I transcribe them from blind and visual impaired people. You can scan the barcode or use to need https://bit.ly/id24-ambitions-transcript or choose to. You will find the need even by one the organizer of the event under my life. Okay, I'll let you few seconds. Okay, it's all. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Emmanuelle Aboif and I am French. I am deaf with 2 cochlear implants. I like to say I'm unique. I am a developer. I have been working in tech for 10, 12, 11 years. And I speak a lot of accessibility, especially when accessibility interests. This is the first time I give this talk in English. I hope you understand me well, despite my accent of deaf and French person. Otherwise, you have my transcript to follow. I work at Shodo in Paris. Shodo is in an IT consulting agency interest. Our expertise is based on good design and development practices, and we intervene on production, coaching, and training activities. I am also a member of the Duchenne France Association, which is an association representing women in tech in France. It is so important to have a good representation of women in tech, especially women with disabilities as me. I recently joined the CNCF Deaf and Hard of Hearing Working Group. The Deaf and Hard of Hearing Working Group is a volunteer-based group of the Crown Native Euclid Foundation, part of the Linux Foundation. Our members are deaf or HOH, family members of deaf and HOH, and ally with an common mission, create pathways for deaf and HOH members to become active community members. How? Educate the community about our needs and preferences and why it's important to learn us. Provide best practices for you, employers and offerers or investors. Help you help us. And empower deaf and hard of hearing people to become more active by creating more opportunities for us to participate. About it, nothing about us without us. I am also very concerned about accessibility. It's my fight every day. Why subtitle? According to the World Hearing Organization, over 5% of the world's population are 4 millions are deaf and hard of hearing. It helps people with other disabilities and people who are not native speakers of the language in the video. 85% of video are watching without sound. Subtitles can also be used for marketing purposes and are good for SEO. First, what is the difference between subtitles and captions? You often hear this word, but you don't know what this means. Often we say subtitle, but deaf and hard of hearing people say captions. What is the difference? Subtitles do not have any sound indication. They are translated or translated dialogue. Captions are subtitles for deaf and hard of hearing people. Captions contain sound indication. I will speak a little bit. We also use the term open caption and closed caption. What do they mean? We have two kinds of caption. Closed caption are user-enabled captions. According to the platform, user can choose font size, color of caption, and background with color and caption you want. The user can display or not display the captions as he wants. For open caption, captions are opened in the video. Anyone sees the caption. The user has no choice as to the display and the format of the caption. So let's talk about open caption. That is the purpose of this talk. I see a lot of videos that are captioning anyways, and I'm going to show you why that's a problem. To support my point, I will show you two videos of two deaf people who also work in accessibility and who explain why this caption can be problematic. These two videos have no sound, it's normal. So for us, caption. For them, I'll be sure if there are people who can and me, there is a transcript. I really appreciate the work on many events and in which I invite you to follow them on LinkedIn because they do a lot of popularization and the accessibility of captions in English, just like I do in French. Their videos are fun and educational. Many events posted a video. Without further ado, I created a brand new sign video. One use captioning best practices, except is open instead of closed. And the other use different time of a multi-sign option. Which do you prefer? on the right of the left, the options are in a black banners with a white font. We send them perfectly. On the right, we see option in Amazon style, pizza style, Wendy style, option with ads, Emily style, motion, and different color. We can see them correctly. You see that the options on the left are so much more comfortable to read than the option on the right. Now, here is the video of Alexa Enrich. She posted, this is what I mean when I say that options are a bad idea and not very accessible. Do you enjoy Alexa Enrich? I don't. I agree so much with Mary and Alexa. This option totally inaccessible. Personally, I understand them and it hurts my eye a lot. I'm forced to concentrate and even me when the option should not read a font. And repeat, reading option should not read a font. So what criteria should be respected when creating option? I will show you a sample of bad option and then tell you what criteria you should respect. Contrast matters. I don't like innate option. Often these options are white without black background. How we can see them if they are white in the white background? Do you see them? I see them very in the first photo. Open air, half filled with avocados, tuna as salmon, and a white plate. White option appear in 18 option. On the white plate, I decide to make this version a little sushi. In the second video, the same but totally free with avocados, tuna, and salmon on the white plate. By this time, the option that we very saw before, we no longer see them, even though they are there. We don't see them. They are here, but we don't see them. In the third photo, a woman with stripes with red, blue, and yellow colors. Options are white. Would the UE team please report to the principal's office? Options are normal, but we don't see them already because of our stripe. When you create option, the least you can do is to check that the interest between the other option and the background of the view is respect. Otherwise, you might as well not put them, and if you don't see them, even with the normal option, I see contrast problem. The ideal would be to always put a black background to better see the option. Also, avoid washy color, bright color, white, yellow, etc. because it sticks the eyes and cause discomfort. So, a black background is better. Fonts better. Fonts matters. In the first photo, a woman with a wheelchair is traced as a Barbie with big option surrounded by white. Options are fancy fonts. Option display an on and through there. In the second photo, a man is in an office. In the front of him, the office is empty. The options are in French and are in bloom brand with a font having the 10 letters. We hardly differentiate the letter Y, L, H, or F. The text of the option is French, but as translated for you in English to the issue of disability and making the connection. In these two photos, we see that the font used is a serif font or fancy font. People with dyslexia may have trouble with them. Is strongly recommending to use a sans serif font. Size matters. In the first photo, two actresses are promoting their film, 10-year one. White option appearing and are small. Whilst watching the first episode to the series. On the second video, a woman with a very little white option is rich. I can't see when them. I don't know what is option it. The size of the option is important. It does not matter what media you use. If they are small for a small smartphone, but large enough for the computer or a smartphone with a large screen is a problem. We all stick our nose to our own phone to see the option better. Many people wear glasses like me. Everyone sees differently. If the options are small, you can be sure that they can only be read by the handful of people. On the second video, I had the impression that is annoying the person who optioning to put this option. If you don't want to put them, just don't put them on. Please don't put ads on option. In the first photo, a teacher with his student would show him his grade. He's tucked at the top in the white with a black banner. When the teacher messes up on the test, the options appearing at the bottom in red and uppercase. I did not really get question 11. And the second photo, a sepia-colored photo with a man from behind and his switch case. When options are red and capitalized, it's much worse than we say. I don't know about you, but in French culture, capitalized option means that we shout, that we scream. Harry is not the case. Capital letters are also unintelligible to read. In addition to the bold contrast, this capitalization options are difficult to read. Here is a video in French with totally accessible option. am unable to tell you where it's waiting, even trusting it to you so fast it was. Caption that flash as whole that the speed hurts the height a lot. Is a promotion video about peanut. That's all I know. Sometimes I am sure over here, over there. Is it difference? I have begin, mom, try, challenge, peanut. Now, anyway, especially since if you want to learn the action, especially since if you want to learn the language via action, how can you learn it if action school at this speed? You don't have time to read every word. And in addition, it's hard very much. You have to concentrate and be able to read at this speed. Not everyone has the ability to read captured quickly. I see that video in English too. It's hard for me too. So, start making action unreadable is inaccessible to everyone. And in some people might read. I don't have an example to show you, but it is important that I tell you this. When you action, be faithful to the content. To summarize, don't change words with other words. That means a sentence just to have space. This is unacceptable, and this makes you feel stupid. Some deaf and hard of hearing people can hear through every hands. So if they hear understand test difference is me, it's made them confused. So don't do this. It is important to limit action to 9 for the simple reason that our brain are used to action in 2 lines. More than 2 lines, we force ourselves to concentrate to read more. And this photo, a man is giving a speech on the desk. And it states, is displaying school, a French graduate school. We understand that I am not read to you because there is a caption above. This white caption is French is displayed. European nations are much too small. Here is an example that shows you that there are captions on the text. It is very difficult to read them and to read what is behind the caption. Text and caption should not overlap. If you have text, place the caption above or below during the scene, here or here. Pay attention to the caption's placement. On the first photo, during a video of the higher, a woman is seen in face, but a black caption with a white headband let us proceed hides a grimace. I am seeing her eyes. On the second photo, also the same video, a black caption with a white headband had a group of women on the ruby feed doing the AR. Details matters. If the caption hide the details, we can miss an important piece of information or miss the image that enhance emotion. I would put this emotion on the bottom here to better see the emotion face or to read to better appreciate the experience here and here. At the third video, two athletes and the Olympic congratulate each other for being champion. White emotion with a black medal are displayed behind the icon and text and cannot be read properly. A social media like Instagram or TikTok, when I put the video in full screen, it overlaps with icon and text on the right, on the left, and bottom. It is important to show the right placement of emotion. So why put them here in two lines? Sound must be described. How to describe the sound? Sound aggregation are important. Each sound must be accurately described so that the viewer has the information. Sound can be important in the flow of the video. If during a video, people upload, it must be specified. That way told me when I actioned a video with a transcript, Ulsin, you specified the uploads and the video. I never knew that people ramped on this or that passage. It was an information that gave her confidence. Personally, I love music. I never know what kind of music is playing in the video. One day, I asked the person who made the caption what video it was so beautiful as so it was. It was beyond. Simply putting music on the caption is not enough. Specifying that it was pioneer completely changed the game and changed my perception of the stage. It's made me melancholic. We have emotion like everywhere in one else. It's the same for the lyric and the song. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Putting the lyric of the song contributes to enrich our music culture, whether we have and not. When there are several interlocutors, it is also important to specify who is speaking without direction. One can he become confused and not understand the video. Wait, did that person say that? Or why is another person saying that? So put the name Piper Phrase. The same happens when the person speaks another language. Bonjour. It is important that we know that another language is spoken. In phrase, we have hola odd on the option on TV. Each hola is assigned to the type of sound. White when you see the character on the screen. Yellow when the person in of camera. Magenta when is the music. Green when the actor speaks a French language. Turquoise when the person reading is song. And when is noise. But right now, is a debate about other because the other use can be a problem for other blind people. You can use automatic action, providing you correct them afterward. This rule is important. When using software that allow automatic actioning, check that this action regardless of the which are old. We have made a lot of progress in artificial intelligence, but not enough to make full use of auto-action. Auto-action may contain error. When you use auto-action during the line or write them in replay, as here at Inclusive Design 24, because they are not 100% accurate. The proof is you have displayed the auto-action while SP. Oops. You have probably figured out that is a disaster because of my French and deaf accent. When you create video, you can use the automatic tools to action automatically, but don't forget to fix them. Indeed, to improve the auto-action, human intervention is still needed. It is therefore necessary to mix artificial intelligence and human intelligence to make the experience even better. Voice recognition is not perfect and is far from it. Tim Selwyn-Jerry is speech at Gallaudet University in May 2022. AI is good, but it's not that good. That said, it's all. In English, when we say that the options are bad, we say corruption. A parallel between rap and option. So, refer to the options. So, what are the perfect options? Don't make spelling grammar or punctuation mistakes in any marriage. Respect the other format. Write with a black or hard black background. Pay attention to font size. Choose a semi font. Pay attention to placement. No apps, no animation, no flashing, no options. Sound must be described. Always action on up to line. Do not use only automatic actioning and always correct it. It's right. As Mary and Alicia said, just make boring actions. In conclusion, when you create action, see about the readability of your actions. Don't action just because it's pretty. Action because you want your message be read by everyone. So now you know how to frame good action. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy my talk and that you understood me already. In the follow to sign, you will find resources. Here are the slides and transcript. I am available to answer to your questions if we have time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Emmanuel. It was very informative and we could all understand you very well. Christian is going to read out some questions and I will paste them in the chat so that you can read them. And this is in the Zoom chat.
Yes, great talk also from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So we have 2 questions from Regine in our YouTube chat. The first one was, is there any standard for describing the music? So sometimes we read the title of the music and the words, and sometimes only the title and author, while maybe the kind of music was more important. So what strategy to pick?
Thank you. I read the message. Yes, the end of music is very important. Specify the end of music in us emotion. Because I'm my deafness, I don't hear very well music, and the type of music is so important to describe them. In my knowledge, I don't know if we have a standard for describing the music in the world, but in French we have. It's important to say the end of instrument of music, the captioning on the power of the music. And so, yes, it must be described.
All right. And then also from Regina or Regine, can you give a link to the French color code for captions on TV? Is there any standard on that beyond what you said?
Yes, I will review. Yes, I will put it if you want in my slide. In France, we have CSA, is a French control television with refined standards of caption. And this French color exists since 80s. So they are 40 years old. And in internet, we cannot use the color code because platform video don't use color. So we have adopted the standard captions with the standard description with the notes on the parenthèse and in white. The under entry I don't know about. I just know about interest and in the world, but it must be specific each entry.
Thank you very much. And then we have a question. How would you feel about an automated tool that can scan a video for kinetic open captions and turn them into plain accessible closed captions?
No. No. Now, when you use automatic tools, we can choose a style to put them. Each user choose the style. And is next to the user put his option and stay as he wants. Automatic tools don't do that. And in the style, it was invented by I don't know who, but we don't like them. We want just a boring option with a white option with a black background for seen by everyone.
Right.
And
Accessible from the start.
well, yes, accessible for the stars. She just said maybe even it's a lot of work for two inaccessible options. So much work. And we shut on standard option is that's all. Is it easy? Put it in the option on a style, font, fancy, etc. is complicated. Why so complicated when we make option easily?
Yeah, makes sense. So one more question. So is it or would it be helpful to keep the previous caption block in the video as a backup for like unattentive or slow readers? Or better not, similar to how karaoke machines work?
This is why we prefer use those option because we can choose how font size, how display option, color, etc. And for example, YouTube provides transcript for the screen reader because they can't see the option, so they have transcript for them. So closed option is better than open option. You have them in YouTube, in Instagram, sometimes, and other video in social media. Yes, we can style. We are our arms. We are differently needed.
Yep.
So we can style our own option.
Yeah. So basically keep it open so that everybody can adjust them to their needs. Yeah.
Yes.
Then one more question. You said not to make grammar or conjugation mistakes, but you also said that one shouldn't change the words in the subtitling that people say. So what if these two goals are in conflict? What to do then?
Good question. To me, I'm deaf. I don't understand very well when people talk. But sometimes I have friends, every friends that tell me it's weird. These options are differently when we have, and you should actually, and we have, and sometimes we can understand this sentence, but other people we can understand other sentences. So meaning is important. So we don't change anyhow, anyway. Just respect what we said.
Yep.
So keep it unchanged, even if there are mistakes.
Yes, yes, I know. It is important to avoid mistake. Yes, because if there are mistake, we don't understand. So if you have problem, be sure verified to another person is better in the language to correct them.
Yep. With two more questions. The first one is there something like templates for placing captions that will mark the safe area to put a caption so that it works in all kinds of social networks, like when you post it to Instagram and TikTok and I don't know what?
No, that's why it's easier. We see a lot of video with caption put anywhere without checking his work. And yes, the first time when we don't know about, we had one mistake and learning from that. But check. It's important to check is the placement is right part in the right placement. But no, we should have a safe area to put caption already. Would like that.
I just, as a follow-up question, do you know a caption generator that you would recommend that doesn't do these mistakes?
We have a lot of automatic tools, and it depends on the person. Each person speak this on this way. I voice is speed voice each person speak differently, and automatic tools cannot sometimes don't understand that person, but another tool can. So we must choose the right automatic tools. We are so many, and it's true with OpenAI changed the game, and Whispers work well, and Airshot of Microsoft and Google too. So there are three of them. This work well, but it depends also in the language. It rates automatic tools doesn't work properly, and it's you to find the right automatic tools.
Yeah, so it's a difficult thing.
Yes, it's difficult things, and maybe in the future, yes, we can use full automatic action, but not now.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. That was a great talk.
Thank
we have
you
to wrap up and get ready for the next one. If you like this session, I want everybody to hit the YouTube like button. Don't forget that you can subscribe to youtube.com/inclusivedesign24 to be kept in the loop of our future events. Inclusive Design is brought to you with thanks to our supporters. That's Google, Intopia, Barrier Break, Tetralogical, Intuit, InfoAxia, and the Law Office of Leni Feingold. Inclusive Design 24 will be back on the hour with our next session. See you then.
Bye. Thank you.